Hey, it's Paul from howtoplaybassdotcom. Today's lesson we're going to learn how to play through George Benson's version of On Broadway. It's got this simple riff, which pretty much goes through the tune, and the tune modulates from A flat to A to B flat, or the riff's played in all of those key centres. In a moment we're going to look at the riff in the three different main key centres, and then there's a format where this is like a 16-bar verse format where it plays through the riff in whatever key you're in 4 times, and then it modulates up a fourth. So if you're in A flat, it would go up to D flat, and some little variations. We'll walk through the variations and stuff, but it's fairly straightforward. It's one of those tunes where you've got to get the line and just deliver it consistently. That's the important thing for playing through this tune. On the original version, once they get beyond the verse in B flat and go to the guitar solo, then the bass stretches out a bit and there are some variations. You can throw in some variations, but I'll show you the basic parts which will get you through most of the tune. Fairly straightforward, but it's quite a nice little riff. So we'll do that. Before we go and look at the riff in the 3 main key centres, if you're not already subscribed to my free monthly e-zine, click the link under the video, head over to my website and go and subscribe. In return for subscribing, you get song tutorials in video and PDF format as a thank you for subscribing. They'll come to your email address over the next couple of weeks. Also, there's a monthly song tutorial in video and PDF format. All that material is exclusive to subscribers, so it's definitely worth doing. Just costs your email address. So go do that, then come back here and we'll start off looking at the riff in the 3 different key centres. Okay, On Broadway, you just heard the basic riff being played. It starts out in A flat. What we're going to do here is we're going to cover the riff, because what it does is it moves sequentially from A flat to A to B flat. We're just going to cover the pattern of the basic riff in those 3 keys, and then we'll step through each verse, and you should be able to put things together quite quickly once you've learnt the pattern. So in A flat we're going to play something like this. Okay, so what we're playing is playing A flat, G flat, E flat, G flat, A flat, 2 G flats, and then that E flat, G flat again. So we're playing on the 6th fret, the 4th frets of the D string, and the 6th fret of the A string. So we've got A flat at the 6th fret of the D string, G flat at the 4th fret of the D string. Then we've got E flat, the 6th fret of the A string, followed by the back to G flat at the 4th fret of the D string. Then we're on A flat, 6th fret of the D string again, 2 G flats, 4th fret of the D string, and then E flat to D flat. And the rhythm is. Up key there, we changed to A. Now all you do is move everything up a semitone, so you're going to play. So now we're playing, the notes we're playing are A, G and E natural. 7th and 5th frets of the D string for A and G, 7th fret of the A string for A. So you're playing A, G, then you're playing E, G, A, G, G, and that run is E, or not run, but the little 16th note pickups are E and G, 7th and 5th frets A and D string. There you go, we've modulated again to B flat. This time the notes we're playing are B flat, A flat, 8th and 6th frets of the D string, and F natural, which is the 8th fret of the A string. And exactly the same rhythm, same pattern, just moved up again. So first two notes are B flat, A flat, then we've got the pickups F and A flat, back to B flat, two A flats, and then the two pickup notes F, A flat again, and then we're back to B flat. So that's the basic riff. Get that down onto your fingers in all the keys. And then what we'll do is we'll go through each section in each key, and I'll show you how there are some subtle variations as we go through, some subtle changes that we'll talk through, and then you'll be able to put all the parts together and play through with the George Benson version. Okay, the song starts out with the riff in A flat, and it plays through that 2-bar pattern. It plays through that 4 times, and then we get to the verse proper. And what we've got is we've got another 8 bars of that riff, which only varies on bar 8. That's bar 4. Okay, and then we're going up to D flat, and what we're doing is we're just moving those 2 pickup notes up a string. So instead of playing E flat and A flat, we're playing A flat and C flat, which are the 6th frets and 4th frets of the D and the G string, of course. And then we get the riff played up a string. So what we're playing is we're playing the riff as normal, but just played up a string. So that's D flat, C flat, A flat, C flat, D flat, C flat, 2 C flats. Then we've got the pickup notes again. D flat, C flat, pickup notes. And then the last bar we're going to play, which is D flat, D natural, E flat, 6, 7 and 8 of the G string. And then you're back down to the normal pickup notes. We've got 4 bars. And then on the 4th bar, so the 16th bar of the verse, you play the pickup notes up a semitone. Then that leads to the key change when we're into A. So those pickup notes that you play up a semitone, of course, are E and G, 7th and 5th frets of the A and D strings respectively, and we'll cover the key change in A in the next section, so you can concentrate on playing it in A flat first, getting that down, getting the shift up to the D flat, and getting that section down and played and learnt, and then you can move on and we can go to the verse stroke song in A. Okay, you just heard the section where the song is in A. What you may have noticed is the intro riff to it only lasts for 4 bars this time, not for 8. You heard it with the strings I programmed on the MIDI file. So we've got the riff that we talked about in the riff section at the start. So there, we play through the riff 2 times, and then we're into the verse. Again, the verse follows the same kind of format as the previous verse. It's 16 bars, it's 8 bars of the riff in A, then it moves up to E, then 4 bars back in A, and at the end of those 4 bars we modulate to B flat, which will be the next section of the video, which we'll come to in a minute. So let's go through it. So the first 8 bars, we're going to play the riff 4 times. This is bar 8 coming up, and there again, as we did in the previous verse, pickup notes move up a string. So we're going to A and C, which are the 7th and 5th frets of the, let me get this right, the D and the G string respectively. Then we're up to the section in D, and we're going to play. So that's D, C, A, C, D, C, C, A, C, D, C. And then we've got that walk again where we play D, E flat, E natural, 7th, 8th, 9th frets of the G string. Then we're down to the normal pickup notes, which are E and G, 7th and 5th frets of the A and the D string. And then we're on to the last 4 bars of this section. Now we're going to modulate. So again, at the end of it, we've got the first 2 pickup notes of the next section are at the end of bar 16 of this verse. Those pickup notes are F and A flat, 8th and 6th frets of the A and the D string. And that leads us to B flat. We've got an 8-bar intro before the verse, and there's a slight variation here. So we're going to go to a new section, look at the verse in B flat, and you can hear the variation. So the last verse, we only have one more verse in B flat, and then it just plays the riff in B flat over and over while there's a guitar solo. So again, it's based on the riff. It's pretty similar to the stuff we've done before, a couple of slight variations. So it starts off with 8 bars in the riff in B flat. Again, we've got that jump up when we go from B flat to E flat. So those 2 pickup notes are B flat at the 8th fret of the D string, D flat the 6th fret of the G string. Then the next 4 bars, we've got the riff in E flat we're going to play. And the 3 notes are E flat, D flat, B flat. E flat, D flat, 8th and 6th frets of the G string, B flat the 8th fret of the D string, of course. So it's and then this time on the fourth bar of that section, instead of going second and third notes of that 3-note chromatic pattern, drop down an octave. So we go from E flat down to natural E, or E natural rather, 7th fret of the A string, then to F at the 8th fret of the A string. Then we've got F, A flat, pick up notes as normal, 8th and 6th frets of the A and D strings, and then we're back and finish off the verse with 2 bars of sorry, not 2 bars, 4 bars through the 2-bar pattern twice. Now, as I said, what happens then is we just play through the pattern in B flat. For the rest of the tune, while the solo's going on, you can throw in some variations, but you put those parts together, that will get you through the basic tune.